Hello, name is Derek. I buy physical media, sell it on eBay. Then make videos about what I buy, and in the mornings, most mornings, make videos about what sold. This is a what sold video. 9 o'clock, Tuesday morning. Okay, it's kind of a little different jam. This is not that song, but stop. Yesterday, got 15 of the books pictured and listed. Those horse ones, I looked them up. If you know from the sourcing videos, I looked them up. One is like $9-10. The other one had nothing sold at all, no matter how I did the words in it. So that's in a bin that will, all that stuff takes a couple stops when I go to try to sell it at different stores, different places. And yesterday, I was going up to bed at about 11, and the sales I think were like $120. I'm like, well, that's not gonna be enough for a video. But at 11, that's a little over halfway through what I consider my sales day. My sales day ends pretty much right when I'm editing the video. For me, wise, for stuff that's gonna be packaged up and sent out. And that's usually, you can see the daily sales at the screenshot at the end of most videos. When their sales day is 250 plus a little more, then I'll use a screenshot. If it's a typical 192, well, not typical, but if it's a lower 190, 210, 220, $230 day, I usually don't bother with that. But today is a little better than yesterday. And speaking of better than yesterday, reminds me of Stargate Universe. Once again, new Stargate coming out. Don't know when, but it is 11 sales, 302 in sales, and 287 product cost received. So when I say product cost received, is all that is the dollar amount that they saw in front of them, and then when they went to purchase, they had to pay more tax if they had to. And then that is the total sales amount that I give. When I'm naming off prices as I'm going through these things, it's the amount that the product cost that they saw. I don't give like the total with the tax and everything. All right. Let's go and get this going the right way. Before I forget, because chances are I would, just sticking around getting, I've got like 5 or 6 VHS, about the same quantity in cassette tapes, a couple other books, some DVD sets, a few CDs, just some miscellaneous media that needs pictured and posted. And most likely going to stick around. And if I go anywhere, it's going to be tad later. But get back to this. $18. Throw ride with Kristen Someone. Sealed DVD, 18. Firefall, self-titled, 15. So I round up or round down. This was $14.93, so I just rounded up. The other one was $18.04, so I rounded down. This just got it not too long ago, maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't quite remember where I got it. Probably only paid like $1, maybe $2. It is that testing for combat. It's a UK. Has a pound sterling, right? So it's direct UK print by Captain Eric Winkle Brown. 34. Big Star Sister Lovers Third, or Big Star Third Sister Lovers, or whichever it's that. All hanging out on a beach. Looks like that'd probably be that 50s, 60s look. And $12. Cold, Year of the Spider. Just listed this one, within a week. 18. I do free shipping. All my sales, except auctions. So any of these prices that you hear, it's with free shipping. These 3 Drews, I don't remember. I think I got these at Amelia's when she was open, and probably 2 years ago. I didn't look at the date. I'll look at it again. February of 24. It's almost 2 years ago. And there are maybe 15 of these Drews that were all sealed. Not quite as many, but still a handful of sealed CDs as well. I might have 1 or 2 of these Drew's famous things left. Absolutely not a fast seller. There was 1 CD that was like $30 that I posted, and if I remember right, it sold pretty quick. Most of all this other stuff has just been sitting around. And it was when I got this picture. I may have gotten everything else before that. Maybe even 2.5 years ago. Maybe it was summer of 23 or 22 or whatever. But after a while, they just no. These were duplicates that I had. Right, so I just put all these in one. And I might still have 1 more Drews left. But for these 3, after sitting around for years, 21. And when it comes down to DVD space in boxes, 3 gone. I mean, I have plenty of space, but all right. This is a newer Braham Themar. I believe I got it at Lee Road Goodwill when they were closing down, so I probably have 70 cents in it. But $25. A little bigger book than I typically want to deal with. However, I believe it is it's a first. It is a book that does sell, obviously. Yeah, it's a first edition printed, and then it has the number 1 right below it. So first edition, first print. Not 100% sure really what it's about, but 51. 51. This Wiggles VHS. So I had 2 of these. 1 sold. Another 1 sold. Last one, 18. Taylor Swifty. So remember a couple Christmases ago, right around a couple Christmases ago, I sold, I want to say it was like it was this, I want to say it was this exact one, but it was the 2-disc Target exclusive sealed with the hype stickers. It was either over 200 or right about 300 that it sold for. If it's still within my 2 years that I can look up on sales, I'll do that and I'll post it. But this one, 55. 55. So imagine finding one of those sealed. And then, pair of frames, Ray-Ban frames. It's kind of cool looking design. Not retiring on them. A pair of frames gone that I've had for, see if it has a date stamp. October of 2023. So they got enough attention throughout the years, throughout the months, to just take them down, reprice them by a little bit. These are glasses. Anything but disc media comes down by pretty much 10% each time. But $20. So it's only like 10 minutes. All right. Because I don't have a whole lot of yammering on to do. Nothing spectacular. You know, just got the books done, and 15 books in the sell similars. Got those done. Enough to get to 25 listings for a whole page. And that was all done. I was on like 2:00. So if I was getting pictures of more books, and if I was having to have to research those other 10 books, individually research and rotate and crop the pictures and all that stuff, I probably would have been done with 25 bucks or books by 4 o'clock, and I started. I don't know what time I started, 10:30 maybe. Well, it was after the video posted, and then while that's posting, I'm packaging. I'm getting the labels put on the items. Um, so I try to do a couple things at once in regards to that. Sometimes eBay will act pretty slow because it's wanting to eat up my Wi-Fi to upload. So sometimes those label pages will be still everything gets done, and even when I'm done packaging, the video is still uploading unless they're really short like this one. So not much to really go over. Any of the uh, people who commented, I think it was primarily yesterday's video. Someone wrote, "Hey, I really liked what sold videos." I don't know if you wrote that just by basis that you get to hear on what sells for good money and you just make a mental note, or maybe it is you like my antics. I don't know, but stick around. It helps. It's very, very for the approach. The main for me to go at starting YouTube with the mentality of I have to hurry up and get to 1,000 so I can get monetized and I can retire. No, the main point of starting my channel was that I saw that physical media, of all my decades of selling physical media, which I barely ever sold before, going to be coming up on 4, coming up on 5. I'm going to be coming up on the start of 5 years. It's cheap, it's everywhere, it sells fast. I'm not going to use a cliche. And at a time now when it's even more, money's more tight, and for resellers that are out there or some that just stumble on the video and be like, oh my goodness, and then that new person sees all the other different videos and it's like, I mean, that's pretty good just to find some disc stuff and books and sell. That's why I made it, to express, to even more extol to people that it's a real easy category that you can get into on top of the negligible return rate. And if you don't want to do full time, if you just want to do it part time, if you're waiting on sales, I'll bet you if you go find some physical media and you won't have to look hard, and someone's going to be like, "Whoa, it has to be these types of pants, it has to be these types of shoes, it has to be this." I'll tell you what, for physical media, yeah, it does have those very specifics. But if you refer to the video that I put up, how I used the eBay app to sell 100K plus a year of physical media, mostly, that's it, man. Get the app, scan. Is it worth something? Yeah. Is it going to cost $1 and it sells for 50? Yeah, buy it. There you go. There's your introduction. Just make sure you get good pictures of stuff, and watch other people so you can get an idea. I'm getting way too far off of that one. So that's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. And just go back to the bread and butter statement. Physical media, it's everywhere. It's a surprise. Who was I? Oh, I was watching Scrap It All, and I have no idea what the box machine was. I don't think he did either. And when he took the case off, and he looked inside, he saw that there was a whole bunch of like gold fingerboards, peripheral cards for computers and other types of things. Gold connection goes in a slot, so it'll send out the little instructions. And he was just so beyond elated, beyond super excited about what he found in comparison to what he usually gets to take apart and scrap. He might take something that's otherwise 70 cents and just shred scrap and takes it apart in 15-20 minutes, and now it's $7 individually worth of scrap. So it's just what he does. And then he opened this one thing up, and ultimately what was, I think, like $2 a shred, after he took it apart, could be anywhere from 60 to over $100. of what he got from that shred. And he was just so excited and super excited. So I made a comment in that video that I feel, and a lot of people feel the same way when just all of us, I have CDs or I'm just eyeballing books and I'm just saying common, chameleon, and keep going over, and then boom, there's something that catches your eye. You put it in your hand, you look at it, you look it up, and it's $300. I feel that same way. Physical media can do that. I suppose a lot of categories can do that, but I think that there's more of that in the mix of what's on shelves in stores, that you're able to find those 50, 70, 100, 2, 3, 5,000 dollar items way more frequently than in a lot of other categories if you're going to thrift stores. But every little area is going to differ. You get someplace that is a more technical manufacturing area, and there are some thrift stores, you may find some old medical equipment. I mean, I don't know, right? But to me, the ROI on physical media surpasses a lot of other categories. That was a long explanation for what you learned. So, tell me anything you're doing up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It's all free. Take a second to help me help. We're helping everybody. All right? Appreciate it. Thank you.